Okay, call to order. Open Public Meeting Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. According to the Open Public Meeting Act, notice of this special meeting on December 17th was transmitted to the Bergen Record and Herald News on December 12th, 2025. In addition, a copy of said notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the Township Clerk. Roll call, please.
Oh, she's working right now.
Here she is.
Stay here. Here. Councilwoman Artola? Here. Deputy Mayor Miller is on his way, Mayor.
Okay.
Committeeman Chalinsky?
Here.
Mayor Fidello?
Here. Let's go to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, any correspondence, please?
None at the moment.
Jen? No. All right, may I have a motion to open to public?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Kichi?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Committeeman Chalinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Fidello?
Yes. Okay, we are now open to public for any questions. Concerns?
Okay, if you would please state your name and the town in which you reside. Each person is limited to 3 minutes. You are only permitted to get up once during the course of the meeting. And at the conclusion of the public session, any questions or statements that can be answered or addressed will be done so after the committee closes to the public. Thank you.
Linda Boniface, 33 Parkway, Rochelle Park. Is the pump station being discussed in closed session tonight?
All the questions are going to be answered after.
Oh, we're going back to last year. Okay. Personnel matters. Can you tell me what department you're going to discuss? The other thing is, Mayor?
Yes.
If your son-in-law is in Gaza, you just put his life at risk, because according to, there is no U.S. service members in Gaza. I just want to let you know.
Well, he is a U.S. service member, so whatever you're saying, I'm going to tell you straight up, that's not true. So he is there. Actually, he just came home. He's going back again in January.
I'm sure.
Well, I don't really care if you'd like it or not, but that's the truth. I'm not going
I can't
back.
wait till you're gone.
Oh, I can't either.
Next. Yeah. Oh, let's else discuss this. No, answer them, because I got some time, so can you answer those questions? Because I've got rebuttal.
Yes, well, again, the purpose of the public portion is not to have a rebuttal back and forth. So,
But I've got a question. If you're going to put something in closed session, that really does not belong in closed session? I
that,
think we have a problem here.
yes, well, that will not take place. But when you're done and it's close to the public, all your questions will be answered.
Oh, this is how we're working.
Yes.
You're, another one.
Anyone else, please? No? Here, I see no one. May I have a motion to close the public?
You have one more.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Davidson.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're heading back, and we're going backwards instead of forward. The whole point of the matter is, if you do have a question, and there's another question that comes up as a result of the answer, I think the person should have that opportunity to at least present what their issue is with that particular question. And to wait until it's all over and then say, I'm sorry, you cannot get back up again, doesn't make any sense to me, or it certainly does not appear to be that you want to be as open as you claim to be. So I just need to have to say that. So if in fact, if I'm the last person, and the question's been asked about whether or not the pump station will be discussed, I don't understand. Look, I'm not trying to get into personalities here, But we did have an answer for another question, which I have no problem with you answering. So why can't you answer a very simple question?
Well, when you have a
about the
personal,
conversation?
if I may, I'll wait till you finish.
No, but again, I'm not saying anything about you personally about this, but you did make a response.
I did.
So if you made your response, you could have certainly waited until.
When you talk about my personal family, I will make a response. And you don't have any right to talk about my personal family and make false accusations. But go ahead.
Not false,
False.
not false, not false.
I'm not even gonna listen to you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mr. James.
All I'm just trying to say is that there was a response.
Uh-huh.
And it certainly could have waited.
Ms. Boniface, I'm gonna ask you, please, not speak when somebody else is speaking. Thank you.
Again, so I don't understand what the big deal is, especially, is it going to be the question? Is it going to be on closed session? I find it extremely concerning on my behalf as a resident. It seems like literally every single meeting this year has had a closed session item for almost every single meeting this year. I don't understand what in the world could possibly be discussed in closed session that the residents just don't have answers to. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Anyone else? No. I thought it was good. All right, here, seeing no one else, may I have a motion to close the public? And we will answer questions. May I have a motion?
I'll make the
May I
motion.
have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Peachy?
Yes.
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Committeeman Truancy?
Yes.
Mayor Tucci?
Yes.
Okay, so first, generally speaking, the purpose of closed session isn't an opportunity, the purpose of the public portion of the meeting is not to have a back and forth and a rebuttal and arguments and a debate. That's not the purpose. So when you mention that you think it's a step backwards, actually, the council, the committee, is not even required to respond to questions. It's the public's opportunity to make whatever statements they would prefer to make, comment on the agenda, voice their opinion on action that should or should not be taken, and to ask questions, and to the extent possible, if the committee so desires, to answer the questions. So again, it's a misconception. I don't know how things were done here in the past, but it's a misconception to think that that's the wrong way to do it, because that's actually the legal way to do it. Okay, now, as to what's going to be discussed in closed session, well, let me actually address Mr. Anderson first as to the reason for closed session. Right now, this municipality has significant litigation with Topher on multiple fronts. We also have significant litigation with affordable housing. All those discussions must take place in closed session, because you cannot disclose your strategies, the legal opinions, the weaknesses of your positions, the strengths of your positions in public, because it's a detriment to the public to do so. And it would be very foolish and irresponsible for this committee to take those discussions and place them in the public. It does allow, when everything is over, when those cases are resolved, if someone wants to question what the strengths were or what the weaknesses of the case, they have every right to do so, and the committee may want to respond to it. But while the litigation is taking place, that's not the case. And we also do go into closed session for personnel, because, again, that's an exception to public meetings, and a lot of it may involve promotions, it may involve investigations, it may involve actions with respect to employees, and we had that this past year too. And all that should be taking place in closed session. As to what will be discussed in closed session as to the bids, some of it will be, not all of it, because to your point, Ms. Boniface, everything cannot be discussed in closed. What can be discussed in closed is strategies dealing with the project itself, legal advice that has to be given with respect to what options they have. But, again, to your point, when they come out to public, they have to make a decision. That decision must be in public, and it has to be a basis for that decision which will be disclosed to the public. So part of it will be enclosed, but the actual decision and the basis for that decision will be made in public in front of anyone who's present here for it.
Mr. Cicino, I sat on the dais myself for 6 years. And more has gone on in closed session this year than anything. The bids were open for that pump station. We know what the costs are. It should be discussed in public.
That is going, again, it's not to have it back and forth, but it is going to be, I just said it's going to be discussed in
I
public.
understand that, but this, whatever you're discussing needs to be out here.
No, it does not. It would be a detriment to the municipality
Yeah.
to discuss what, if any, changes have to be made to the specifications, the basis or the strategy to go out to bid. You don't want the bidders to know what you're thinking as to the cost of the project or why the project is one way or the other. So no, to your further question, not everything has to be discussed in public, but the public will be informed as to what action is taken and the basis for that decision.
I don't believe that.
Okay, so.
Well, I'm sure you're going to stay, so you'll find when you're here.
It was personnel, sure. Personnel.
It's the building department?
Yes. Personnel's a building. Okay, what else? That's it?
That was one of the questions.
So the discussion for personnel is the building department. And that's all I have. Okay.
That's very helpful all by itself. I
You're welcome.
understand what the closed session means, believe me, I do. But the whole point of the matter is, when you said litigation, all you do is check mark, and there's no
Okay.
explanation whatsoever. It would be nice to at least say litigation about, and then you have your closed session. But to leave us in the dark and have no idea what it is, that's why I'm concerned.
It's the building department, Mr. Davis. You're welcome. Okay, so we're looking at executive closed session, resolution number 25-312, authorization to enter into executive closed session matters relating to legal issues, litigation, potential litigation, contract negotiation, attorney-client privilege matters relating to personnel. May I have a motion to go into closed session or executive session? May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second? Anybody want to go into it?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Okay, Committeewoman Apicci?
Yes.
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Chair Judge Carvalho?
Yes. All right, so we will be back after closed session. Hopefully it won't take too long. We'll see. All right. Well, that gives order. It is 6:02 p.m. May I have a motion to come out of closed executive?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apicci?
Yes.
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Chair Judge Carvalho?
Yes. All right, so we're going to read this into record, correct? For the agenda?
Discussion first.
He has to read this.
Okay.
We have to read this into the agenda.
Okay.
All right, so Gina, would you please read into a resolution number 25? Where's the number on here?
Yeah, add it to the agenda, Mayor.
Yep.
It'll be 314.
25314?
Correct.
Would you read this into record, please?
Yes. Okay. Resolution 25-314, authorization of the rebidding of the Lots Lane Sanitary Pumping Station project. Whereas on November 5th, 2025, the township advertised for the receipt of bids for the decommissioning of the existing wastewater pumping station and the installation of a new pumping station. And whereas the township received a bid from Underground Utilities Corporation in the amount of $7,986,555.19 and a bid from Pact 2 LLC in the amount of $9,640,000. And whereas the township received a bid from I apologize, that's redundant. Whereas the township reserves the right to reject any and all bids, and whereas the bids exceed the township engineer's estimate for the project and the funds allocated for the project, and whereas the township engineer and chief financial officer recommend the bid submitted by Underground Utilities Corporation and Pact 2 LLC be rejected, and the project re-advertised. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Township Committee that the bids received by Underground Utilities Corporation in the amount of $7,986,555.19 and Pact 2 LLC in the amount of $9,640,000 be and are hereby rejected for exceeding the estimated cost of the project and the lack of funds unavailable to award the bid. And be it further resolved that the township clerk be, and she is hereby authorized, to re-advertise the project for the receipt of bids to decommission the existing wastewater pumping station and to install a new pumping station. And be it further resolved that the township clerk be, and is hereby authorized, directed to notify Underground Utilities Corporation and Pact 2 LLC of the rejection of their bids as they exceed the estimated and budgeted amount for the project.
Thank you, Mrs. Kim. So we add that under the resolution 25-314. Please note that. All right, so that, those bids have been rejected at this time. They're not going to be accepted. So we have the next,
Wait, you need to vote.
I know, I'm gonna-
Oh, okay, I thought you were moving on to the next.
may I have a motion to accept this resolution
Motion.
into the agenda? May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. All right. What else we have? We have the approval of the agenda now we're on to.
Correct.
Our motion to approve the agenda
I'll make the motion.
with the appropriate changes.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Okay. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Mayor, before we do that, do we want to add 315, re-advertising the bid for the Pioneer Creek Master Plan, RFP?
Do you have a resolution for that?
I do not, we can work it on today, and I can put
Do you have
it
a
on
resolution for that?
with Mr. Scatino.
No, but you can do it by motion, and then the resolution can memorialize it.
Okay, so you want to do by motion?
Yes.
All right, can I have a motion to re-advertise for the RFP?
Correct.
Right, RFP
RFP, request for proposals.
for the planner for the master plan.
Yes.
May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. So that's going to be listed as
315,
15. All right,
correct.
so please note that on your agendas. So, 315.
Now you have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. It was made by Committeewoman Artola,
Right.
seconded by Deputy Mayor Miller, and
Now we need a roll call.
yes.
Roll call, please.
Okay, Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. Okay. Anything else you want to add? Right? Okay, so then we're going to have discussion after the consent on here for these to accept. Consent agenda, all items listed below are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Township Committee and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless committee members or citizens so request, in which case the items will be removed from consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of general orders. So we have Resolution 25-313, 25-314, and 25-315. May we want a motion for that, please? May I have a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. Okay. So the next thing we want to have is any kind of discussion on here, right? For the various calls right there.
Yes.
So we'll look for discussion from our engineer. May I have a motion for
Motion.
Colliers engineer? May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. How you doing, Carl? Yes, please. That's right.
How is everybody?
Got on.
Yes. Perfect. All right. So, sit.
Okay, sure, we're good. Just pull it down.
So your pump station. Let's talk. From my understanding with it, the bids came in much higher than what you have appropriated for the funds. You want to look at different ways to possibly value engineer it, how it could come in with a better price, meeting the requirements that you need to make the pump station work. That's my understanding with it. So where do we go from here? What we do is, and I actually met with my sanitary sewer engineers today in our Homedale office, which is down in our corporate headquarters. They do a peer review. We'll do this, no cost, just we're going to take a look at everything, see what you can and can't do with it. Is it sized appropriately? Is it oversized? Is it in the right location? does it meet all the requirements, permitting's okay, all that stuff. Make sure that it's okay from an engineering perspective. From a funding perspective, instead of having the town go forward with an additional bond to fund the difference of cost, there's a program through the DEP called iBank. It's a low-interest loan program with that. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's a lot of the municipalities we work in use that program for infrastructure projects like this. And it'll help fund your project. In some cases, they don't give you grants with it. You may be able to qualify for what they call principal forgiveness, which is essentially a grant. But you don't know that until after you get approved and it's through the process and everything else like that. So you go into this iBank program where it's like a low interest loan. Fund the entire project, the cost of construction, the cost of engineering fees for inspection services, any permitting fees. It'll cover all that stuff. It's all wrapped into one thing. It's funded through the DEP, and there's a payout process through it. Kind of like when you're doing a new home and you're building a home, where you get paid out through the process and you go for your bank. Similar to that. We see a lot of communities use this program and it works well with them. It may help bridge the gap of the dollars that you need. This way, you don't have to float a bond to cover the cost of whatever the difference is. My understanding that this project started out as a large project to begin with, and it increasingly got larger in cost. So we're going to do everything we can to take a look at it, see what you can see one way or the other, and go from there. So as far as a timing procedure with us, the holidays don't really help right now because staff is burning through PTO. Just being honest with you there. So talking to my people that do this, they told me that they could get me a report with everything from the peer review aspect of the engineering side of it, plus all the information with the iBank, all tied together, probably about second week of January, once we come back from holidays and New Year's, and I'll have everything. If I have something before then, I could feed it to Dean so that we can pass it out. I could probably get the iBank information a little quicker because that's more of a generic information of everything.
Hang on 1 second, Paul.
Yes.
Dean, did we not already discuss this with the iBank?
Yeah, we actually have an open application with iBank.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Yes.
Giselle Diaz from Boswell filed that many years ago. It got closed when they sought a FEMA brick grant. I've since had her open that application back up.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Let's do research, go back on it and see.
Okay,
That's why I said we already have something, like, when you said that, we were talking about it before. So.
perfect. So you have the funding arm. Looks like you have it under control, or it's being
I don't know.
revisited.
It's being revisited.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. So then it'll limit our scope then to just looking at the plans and specs and what you received from the bid documents from the different contractors. One of the things that I find curious, and we'll look into it. Why is the estimate one price and the bid price so much higher? So what we'll do with that is we'll talk to a couple of different contractors in the industry. We'll probably even talk to these contractors that bid on it. What's the reasoning for it? It could be one of many things. I have not looked at your bids for this yet, so I don't know what's in there. Anything and everything could increase. If you're dealing with impacted soil, getting that soil trucked off site, that's a lot of money. One contractor could spend one thing on it, another contractor could be spending something else, depending on how they deal with their disposal. So we'll be diving into that whole process and get you a report on it and recommendations and go from there.
Great.
All right, so like I said, it's just us as a courtesy diving through it. Typical peer review. We just did 2 of them in some other communities, and they wound up going different routes with a few things.
I appreciate it. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Any questions? Matt?
No, thank you for coming. Just a concern that I'm sure this committee has and the public has is that we do want to reposition this and we have to do our due diligence and time is always going to be key for us. Right? I know the holidays are here and like you said, in a couple of weeks, January, middle of January, get back to us as soon as you can. That would be great.
Thank you. Yeah, the other thing with it is, I brought up those other communities that we've done this in a few other towns. With those two cases, what we actually did was we recommended for the design engineer to make their changes on the plans. It was discussed with council first before, and then to take that and put it out to bid with the revisions. The majority of the recommended revisions were accepted by the community and the design engineer, and so that it's a team effort, right? And so we were able to work together to get it to a spot where it made sense, and prices came in better than what originally. So that's all this is. Just looking to look at it a little differently.
With the design engineer.
Well, yeah, so we'll make the recommendation. It's kind of like a planning board review. We do our reviews, and then there's changes that have to be based on the plans, and the designers wind up changing it.
Great.
All right?
All right. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. You too. Have a good. All right. And you say we're going to do the motion to adjourn the meeting, correct? So we're going to do the motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are now adjourned. Have a great night. Have a nice one.
Merry Christmas and